The recession is coming, buddy, and you are going to be the first thing that people cut. As a fitness trainer, you're a luxury. And when people start seeing the recession's effect on their budget, man, you are gone. You are in trouble. That was what a client named Jen told me in 2008. She was wrong. And today, 14 years later, we're still hearing the exact same thing. Now, a worldwide recession is cause for concern in fitness businesses, of course, but hey, Two Brains got you. We're going to show you exactly what to do in this brand new guide that I'm about to share with you and walk through in a moment. Before I do, if you want to get a copy of this guide, just follow the link below this video and we'll make sure it gets right into your hands so that you can just follow along step by step. Here we go. This is the guide that you're looking for, the Tactical Recession Survival Guide for Gym Owners, and we put this together just for you. It's available for free if you follow the link below this video, because we are in the business of helping gyms. And so in this guide, I'm going to share a couple of stories with you, why there's reason for hope even during a recession, how recession can actually serve as a forcing function to help you clear some things up, and how it can also give you some clarity on what you need to do to grow your business. So if you would like to take the next step, you can just book a free call with our mentor team. But today, I just want to walk you through this guide. Before anything else happens, I need you to understand that when you're facing a crisis, as the leader of your gym community, you have to get in front of the problem. You can't be just part of the crowd waiting to see what's going to happen or how other people are going to respond. What you have to do is step up in front and say, here's the plan. Now, I follow a model called the CALM model, okay? And CALM stands for clarity, assurance, leadership, and movement. And in this guide, I'm going to tell you exactly what to say. But you need to be talking. You need to be in front of your clients and especially your staff. You need to be saying, here's what we're going to do. Here's the plan. Follow me, okay? Now, in any time, recession or no, there are 6 different ways that you can grow your business. But specifically in a recession, you have to narrow your focus to the things that will work the best right now. For example, if you're trying to get more clients, then doing like free trials and like community outreach programs, they don't work as well during a recession because what you're going to attract are the people who just want like a freebie, right? They're not going to stick around. They're not going to invest. More than ever, you have to rely on your referrals. So we're going to walk through these 6 tactics together. These are the ones that we recommend for you. And of course, there are dozens of others that we use in our mentorship program first. So the first strategy of getting more clients is to like focus on your best clients. These are the people who are not affected by recessions. And when it happened to me in 2008, I had 2 gyms. The first was a personal training studio. The second one was a CrossFit box. What happened? Well, my CrossFit gym suffered, but the clients at the personal training studio, including Jen, stuck around because they could afford it. These are the higher level people. And you, if you're selling coaching, are selling a higher value service. That means that the clients who receive the most attention from you are probably the ones paying you the most money, and they're also the least likely to be affected by a recession. So you want to focus on them for now. I get it. You want everybody in your gym. You want a huge cross section of your town. You want to provide high value and balance it with affordability. I get it. But right now, the key in wartime is you need to focus on like your highest value clients and getting more of those to keep the boat afloat long enough that you're still around after the recession is long gone and it's time to grow again. It's peacetime. So this is where you don't do free trials or you don't do like the group parties. This is time for one-on-one recruitment. So you should look at your best clients. You should say, who do they live with? Who do they work with? Who do they play with? You should know these things about them. And then you should say, how can my service help that person? And then you're going to directly say to that client, hey, I'd love to meet the other 3 women that you golf with. Or, hey, I know your ski trip is coming up June. Can we bring the rest of your skiers in and we'll get them ready so you're not wasting the first and second day out on the slopes. Okay. I go through this step by step in the guide. The next strategy is to increase client value. So when we're doing this, what we're doing is we're saying, okay, even without gaining more clients, how can I drive more revenue to stabilize my gym in a tumultuous time? And so there's some interesting stuff I've got here. And I asked the question, what will people buy no matter what? For example, most people don't know this, but sales of supplements actually go up during a recession, but they'll also prioritize like skincare, right? Like their appearance. They'll prioritize their kids' activities no matter what. They'll prioritize their Starbucks. Like they're not going to interrupt those bad habits. So instead of trying to compete with those things by making posts like, oh, the gym costs less than your average Starbucks, because let's face it, they're going to choose the Starbucks over you. Don't make that comparison. Instead, what you're going to do is ramp up your kids' classes, increase your supplement sales, start bringing coffee to the gym with you every morning. Again, get in front of this problem instead of just trying to fight it off your back foot. Okay. You solve, you create more value by solving more of your clients' problems. And so if you look at your best clients and you say, what problems are they having outside the gym? That's a great way for you to know how to increase your value. The third strategy in this booklet is increasing client retention. And like, let's go through this really quickly. People don't quit when they see a plan in front of them. So now is the time for you to sit down with every single client one-on-one and say, here's how well you've done so far, show them their progress, and then, hey, here's our plan for the next 90 days. Sound good? And when they say yes, great. Now you've lined up their plan. They have a vision of themselves 90 days from today, still in your gym. That is the best way to retain people. Okay. Remember, people will cancel a monthly membership, but they will never cancel a personal plan. The fourth strategy is to maximize your ROI on your expenses. So you can never cut your way to success, but you can definitely squeeze a better ROI out of all the stuff that you're investing money into every month, right? So your bookkeeper, for example, you could call your bookkeeper and say, how can I get even more value out of our time together? When I asked my accountant that, man, she was over the moon. She loved it. And maybe she thought I was going to cancel, but she quickly just said, well, Chris, we could do a monthly call to review your P&L, and I could tell you where I see opportunities. Massive, huge ROI, right? And it just took asking. You want to do this same stuff for a lot of other stuff, including like your staff, the biggest investment you probably make, your website, your retail, the space in your gym, like every square foot should be generating revenue, etc. Okay. The fifth strategy is to upgrade your team. So at this point, I said right from the start, like you need to step up and lead. And a lot of gym owners are natural leaders. They're willing to step up and lead. They don't have time. They're buried teaching like the glutes class at 6 p.m., right? And so what you have to do is make sure that you're sitting down with each staff person, you're assigning low value roles to them, paying them for it, even if it costs you a little bit more of an investment, and focusing your time on actually growing the company. Again, like this is wartime when you're going through a recession. And so you might not keep the same tactics forever or the same strategies. You might lean out a little bit during challenges. We learned that during COVID, and then wait to expand, next year or whatever. But the key is that you have an actual plan. And I've got a plan here for upgrading your team in this booklet. And the final strategy is pay yourself more. Look, the rest of the world is like, save money, hoard your cash. I'm telling you, start taking more money out of your business. That serves as a forcing function. And what will happen if you start paying yourself more is you'll be more creative in figuring out how the business can make more money. If all you're doing is paying yourself what's left over at the end of the month, during a recession, there's nothing left over at the end of the month, right? You need to pay yourself first. And in Two Brain, we call this eating the sandwich. Basically, like if there's one sandwich on the airplane and you're flying over the Pacific Ocean to Australia, the pilot is the one who should eat the sandwich, or else everybody else goes in the drink. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. And I don't just mean money. I mean, you're getting rest. I mean, you're getting regular exercise, but you're not killing yourself. You're taking vacations where you can. Okay. Worst case scenario, what to do if people quit. I've got a step-by-step plan here. The one thing that you have to realize when people try to quit is that it's because they don't see an alternative. They don't see a plan in place that they're following. They don't see a goal. All they see is themselves showing up, doing these hard workouts and paying for it. And they have alternatives to that now. They can do it on their own or whatever, right? They can easily cut their budget, or they can go to the Globo Gym. The key though is, number one, you want to show them your value in advance. Like don't try to talk them out of it after the decision's been made. You're not going to have much luck. Next, just downgrade them a little bit. Okay. Change the prescription to maintain what they've built. Third is, you got to remind them of everything they're giving up, including like your Facebook groups. You have to be strict on your policies during these periods for sure. And then finally, ask them when they expect to return and book that return date, call them and follow up, and just basically treat them like a lead. The thing about lead nurture is that client nurture is way more powerful, but very few people do it. Okay. Now, why are we putting this guide together? Why do we do this stuff for gym owners? Why do we publish 11, 12, 13 pieces of content every single week at great cost to me and no cost to you? It's because if we're going to save our economy, We need entrepreneurs to stick around and be healthy. And if we're going to save our health in our world and keep people's priorities where they should be, instead of just putting more and more money into like sick care, then we need gym entrepreneurs to be successful too. So we're really after an impact here. We need entrepreneurs to turn the whole economy around, right? Like the government's not going to do it for you. And we need gym entrepreneurs to turn the health crisis around too. And so these guides are what we produce to help spread that impact, to make sure that you're successful, whether you work with a two brain mentor or not. Now, of course, working with a mentor is always the fastest path. When you buy mentorship, you're buying speed, and you can book a link, or you can click the link below to book a free call with my team to talk about how mentorship can work for you. If you just want to download the guide and go through it, great. Let me know how it helps. Let me know your top tactic. Let me know which thing worked best for you or which had the most impact. I'm Chris Cooper from Two Brain Business. Good luck out there.